I'm burnt out. Screw this.
All we need is $20 million.
Hey, Netflix, how much would you pay me? Yeah. We're in too deep. Every other day we'd have mental breakdowns. You're funny. You want a job? Just put this out there. I did not enjoy being married a lot.
Why did Jimmy cry when he brought up money?
So, I make videos.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Colin and Samir Show. I'm Samir.
I'm Colin.
And every week on this channel, we talk about the latest in the world of creators. So if that interests you, make sure to subscribe.
After we put out our breakdown video about our time with Mr. Beast, a lot of people in the comments were asking for the full interview.
This is the longest episode on our channel, but for us, experiencing 72 hours with Jimmy was so educational, and we pulled so much value from just being with him. I feel like spending the time to watch this full interview can really teach you a lot about Mr. Beast and just a lot about the career of being a creator. This episode of the Colin and Samir Show is brought to you by Jelly Smack. If you want to check them out, the link is in the description, but more on them later in this episode. Colin, roll the intro. All right, so I have a question for you. Can you describe to everyone watching where we are right now?
Yes. So, I got a mic on so I can move around a little bit.
Yeah.
I just bought this brand new studio and 100 acres of land around it.
This is where we're filming all our videos going, not all, but all our indoor shoots going forward. I mean, ask me more questions. There's so much to talk about. It's impossible for me to list.
How much did this cost, and how long in the making has this been?
So the land around it, obviously the studio, the renovations and everything, and obviously we don't pay it all up front, but in total it'll cost over $10 million. But it's probably not a good way to start it because there's so much explanation. It seems excessive. Why would you just buy this? You know what I mean? The reason we bought this is because of, as I've spent the entire day explaining to you, we had office and a bigger office, then a studio, then a bigger studio, then a third studio, and then and now it's consolidating, and it's it's a weird way to start it because now it just sounds like I'm being expensive and lavish for no reason when there's a strategic reason why. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, you started in your bedroom, right, at the cost of zero.
Exactly. But still, I'd love to work our way up, not just go, hey, look at this, because now I just seem like some dumb rich YouTuber. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So not only are we here in your, brand new studio, but we're here in your hometown.
Yeah.
And I think that's been one of the most interesting things to experience is spending a day with you here, even spending time with your mom, even some of the places.
Out of context. Yeah. That's a fun sentence.
But even spending time here in your hometown, we've met people who grew up with you.
Yeah.
Which is really interesting. Everyone asks us, hey, I think people know that we're from out of town. So hey, what are you guys doing here?
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, we're filming, some content. They're like, oh, with Mr. Beast? And we're like, yeah. They're like, oh, I played baseball with him.
Really?
And it's really interesting to meet people and recognize you are still in your hometown.
Exactly.
And a lot of people who are from small towns in the US, they think I got to get out of this town to find success. So why did you stay in this town, and how do you think you found success staying here?
Honestly, it really was easier to just stay here. As I started making the videos bigger and bigger and hiring people, and I got warehouses and studios, you get so anchored down, you're just gonna relocate all your employees to LA and buy a studio space there that costs 10 times more? Why? You know what I mean? What are the negatives of being in a small town? I would argue with the internet and things like Zoom, where you can talk to everyone and we're so interconnected, there really is no need to pay 12% more tax because of, state tax in California, and then on top of that pay 3 to 5 times more for rent and all this other stuff. It's almost silly to be there for people in our position.
Did it ever cross your mind, though, that maybe you were missing out on opportunity to collaborate?
Not really.
Never?
No, I mean, if you're good enough friends with someone, they'll come down. You guys came down here. You know what I mean? If there's someone I really want to hang out with, or I could just fly there when I need to. That bug's going to annoy me. It's dead now. Thank you for getting rid of it. But, if I really want to hang out with someone, they can just come down. You know what I mean? It's like a 4-hour flight.
Yeah, I actually think on the inverse, spending the day with you and shadowing what at least half a day looks like. I don't even think we saw your full day. We met up with you in the middle of the day.
That's true, yeah.
And it was boom, boom, boom. We were going thing to thing to thing. And I think what I realized was being somewhere like this, the positives actually outweigh the negatives so much in that there's so much focus.
Agreed.
And you are you're really moving from thing to thing to thing. I think we watched you workshop about 4 videos in such a short amount of time.
Yeah.
And that I thought was one of the most interesting things. And just sitting there in those meetings, understanding how you're thinking about what needs to happen. And then additionally, having the facilities and the team members who are ready to custom make things for the stories.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if people realize, I didn't realize, and I've been watching your videos, I've talked to you, we've interviewed you. I didn't realize that every set is custom built for the video. based
They have
on
to
the
come
story.
from somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, you would think that, okay, let's reuse that, or let's see how many videos we can film in this set.
Gotcha.
But you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, it's part of the story.
Agreed.
So you started in your bedroom.
Yep.
At what point did you start investing into the videos at a different scale?
Great question. Literally put on me the entire time. When I used to make like $1 a day, I saved up for months and I bought a microphone, way worse than this microphone. And then I saved up for like half a year and I bought a computer. I the whole time I was like recording on my iPhone. So I was recording and editing on my iPhone when I first started, and then I got a microphone you could plug in, then I got a computer to edit on. And then after like 2 years of just filming on my phone, I had 100,000+ subscribers. But I still didn't have a camera because those things cost like $1,000. Or I was stupid. I didn't realize you could buy like a G7X for $400. So then I bought a camera, and after that I bought monitors for my computer, and I just kept going and reinvesting. And then I tipped pizza delivery people $100, and then I tipped a homeless man 10 grand, and then gave away cars, gave away houses, and last hand take hand off $1 million keeps it, and basically the entire time. So like for the last like 8 or 9 years, like every dollar I've made, I just spent it the next month on content. And I just did that every single month, and it just kept getting bigger and bigger, and here we are.
So you give away millions of dollars now, $500,000 at a time, like large sums of money. But when you first started giving away $5,000 or $10,000,
It's first started with $100, literally like even less than that, like donating like $10 to Twitch streamers and stuff like that. But like the first real IRL one, I would order a pizza and I'd tip $100. I think I did like 3 in that video. So it was like $300.
but when it gets to 10,000, that's when I think the people, and I would imagine people around you, like your mom, are probably like, Jimmy, what?
Yep.
Are you sure about that?
Exactly.
Like, what was her reaction to that?
Well, so I did my first brand deal. I'm sure you guys have heard the story, but for people that don't know, I was offered $5 grand for a video. But this was when I was like 19, and it was so much money. It's like, Mom, look, and I was like, double it, and I'll walk outside and I'll give it to a homeless person. And they're like, no, you won't. And I was like, double it. And I like pacing around my neighborhood for 3 hours, convincing this guy like on the phone, just double the money. I promise the video will go viral, and I'll give it to homeless person. I was like, $10,000 just looks better in a title. It'll get more views. I promise your app will do better. And I ended up getting $10,000 and then gave it away. And my mom's like, why don't you just give away $8,000, $9,000? Why all $10,000? I was like, Mom, it'll look better in the title, and it's just better, And that's basically that.
Yeah. How did you know that, giving away $100? I guess it's natural, but like, why does it make such good content? Like, why do those things
at the
make
end of the day,
good?
it's something I've always enjoyed. Like, even when I was, I don't want to say poor. I don't want to over dramatize my story. Like, we weren't ever that poor, but when I didn't have as much money, if I saw a homeless person, I would, open my wallet and give them almost all the money I had. It's just fun, because then you see the reaction, their face light up, stuff like that. And so it kind of was just something I always enjoyed, because there were so much easier ways to get views back then than like having to give away money and less stressful stuff. But I just enjoyed it. And I thought it was interesting to see people's reactions and like to try to like, they're expecting $1 and you give them 100 and they're like, oh my God,
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like a mixture of what I thought was interesting, but also what I enjoy, if that makes sense.
Were there other people when you were growing up making YouTube videos? Here?
Around me?
Yeah.
No. That was the biggest problem, is I thought it was a freak of nature, because like people would tell me, all you do is talk about YouTube. You're too obsessed with YouTube. Like, get a life. Like from 13 to like 19, I never met anyone who cared about YouTube, like not even an ounce. And so I was so untalkative. People thought like there was problems with me because I just wouldn't talk to anyone, because all I would do is talk about YouTube. And after a while, like you realize like no one cares. Like you just get labeled as the guy that just only likes YouTube. And so I kind of just like didn't talk at all. And then when I was 19 and I had like 10,000 subscribers, maybe it was like 18. And that's when I started meeting a few other YouTubers online. And I realized like, I'm not a freak. I'm just like obsessed with YouTube, and that's okay. You just got to find other people that are like that. Most people want to talk about South Park when you're younger, or when I was younger, or cartoons or whatever. And I back then was figuring out how to drop ship or how to better edit a video or stuff like that. Like bring that up at a high school lunch table. Well, I guess now people care.
Yeah.
Bring that up at a high school lunch table 10 years ago and see what they say. They're like, what the f are you talking about?
What's interesting is I went back and I did this a while ago, but I did it recently again, where I go to oldest uploaded videos on your channel. You have some videos that are actually kind of similar to the videos we make, where you were talking about other creators and how they were growing.
Yeah, back when I
right?
did Call of Duty commentaries. Yeah.
So you would play Call of Duty and then you would talk about other creators.
I
thought that was really interesting to watch.
Studied so hardcore. Like I don't remember the YouTuber's name, but some YouTuber's ad revenue, he was hacked and it was leaked, and it showed that he made like